Hello, I'm Jeffrey Hamelman from the King Arthur Flower Company, and today I'm going to show you a variety of techniques for decorating cakes. We have one more cake here. It's a vanilla chiffon, raspberry buttercream, and it's ready to be decorated. This time we're going to decorate by writing on the cake. I'm going to write "Happy Birthday, Mom," and then we'll finish it with some nice flowers. So here we go. To me, the important thing when you write on a cake isn't whether or not you're using script, but it's really just how clean is your writing. Are the lines symmetrical? I don't write very well on cakes. In fact, once I stopped drinking coffee for a year because I wanted to practice writing on cakes, and I felt like I'd be able to do it better if I didn't have any coffee. And it worked marginally well. I still don't write that well. I'm a lefty, and I don't know if that has an impact or not. But in any event, I do try to get all my lines nice and parallel so that things look reasonably clean. And if I have more than one of the same letter, I want those to look the same too. I'm going to decorate our Happy Birthday Mom raspberry cake with a little floral spray. And to do that, I've got some green buttercream, some soft green buttercream in two different piping bags, cornucopias. And in here I've got a yellow buttercream. They're the same buttercream as we've used throughout, which is an Italian meringue buttercream made with 100% butter. So I'm going to start by cutting a little tip off one of the bags, and then I'll squeeze a little bit heavier back here, and then just start drawing it forward. Now it's a little thinner. Now I'm going to make some buttercream roses. I'm going to do this as a left-handed person, so many of you are going to have to sort of reverse things. Well, when I learned how to do it, it was from magazines, and it was really hard to reverse everything, and it was very, very challenging to learn these. So now I guess this is payback time for all you righties out there. I'll start by piping a little conical shaped bulb, and then I'm going to go up and over 1, 2, 3 times. Now I'm going to put an outer row. And I'll go around a couple times until it feels like it's got enough bulk to it. There's the rose. I'm going to pick it up with the scissors and place it right here. I'll make another. I'll start by piping a little bulb here. And now I'm going to make 3 overlapping petals, and then make another row outside that, and maybe add in a couple more until it looks like it's amply big. And there we have it. There's a simple rose. And this one too I'll pick up with the scissors. Now I'm going to pipe just a few simple buds onto our greenery like this. I'll go forward and back, and then 1, 2, 3. Forward and back, 1, 2, 3. Forward and back, 1, 2, 3. And forward and back, 1, 2, 3. We'll finish the cake with some small leaves. There's all manner of leaf tips, metal leaf tips that you can buy to pipe a leaf. I personally prefer to have a nice paper cone and cut that into a V and then pipe this way. I think they look a little more delicate. Let me show you how I do that. Just cut here and cut here, and I'm going to squeeze to see if it's coming out symmetrically, and it's not quite symmetrical, so I'm going to cut a little bit more off and try it again to see. That's better. And you'll notice I'm kind of shivering my hand so that you get a little bit of texture in each one of the leaves. And then maybe a few leaves out here. I'll finish this by making slightly larger leaves that come from the base of the rose, so that instead of just looking at the yellow, I'm going to be able to look at a nice little fringe of green. Now, one thing I'd like to point out, and that is that when I wrote Happy Birthday Mom, I noticed right off the bat that the birthday wasn't centered to my liking. So I made that mental note, and then when I did the spray, I made sure that I had the spray coming all the way up to the left of the B. There was a little bit more space to the left of the B than to the right of the Y. People would have noticed that the birthday wasn't quite centered, but I think that the act of bringing the spray all the way up to the top makes it so that the cake looks a bit more symmetrical than it otherwise would. And so here is our cake for Mom. Happy birthday, Mom. Raspberry buttercream, vanilla chiffon.